Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing that viral hack that's been going around. It's called Many Things, double ombre, vertical ombre, reverse gradient French. So whatever you want to call it, I'm going to show you 3 different ways to achieve this French ombre. First, we're going to start with this poly gel brush. I've dipped it in some acetone and I'm going to make these bristles as flat as possible. Next, I'm going to take it and dip one side of it into the blue and then one side of it into the pink, making sure we have those colors on both sides of the brush. This will be technique number 1 I'm going to show you. So next, I'm going to take the brush and just glide it down the center of the nail. This way I'm getting both colors onto that nail and in the middle of the nail. Now I got this technique from Young Nails channel, so I was like, oh, I'll try that out. And a lot of these techniques I got from some other channels as well that I'm going to be showing you guys. I am making sure I have some acetone there for my brush to clean it off. Next, I'm going to go ahead and just dip it in the pink and just fill in one side of that nail and then the blue to fill in the other side of that nail before I cure this. And then once again, I'm going to dip half and half on my brush and just go down the middle of that nail one more time before I commit to curing this. And after it's cured, I'm going to go once again with that half and half technique on my brush and just go down the middle of it just to make this design more opaque before we go ahead and cure it again. And I'm going to fill in the sides one more time to make those sides more opaque and get some more coverage too for those colors. All right, now for the bottom portion of this, I'm going to use that same technique again with the brush, but this time I'm just going to put it on the lower half of the nail, starting from the center with that half and half colors on my brush. And this time I'm making sure the colors are opposite of the ones that are on top of this one, so you can get that different color French. So now I'm taking my brush, which I'm dipping into acetone. Keep in mind, you guys, you don't want too much acetone to be left on the brush. As you can see, there was a bit of drippage there, so just make sure you have a paper towel that you're damping that brush on after you dip it into acetone or alcohol to clean it off. And so once you're satisfied with that brush stroke, you're going to go ahead and cure it ASAP. I am going to throw some top coat on here. Now I wanted to do this design, but then I wanted to add, my own touch to it. So I am going to go in with opposite colors. So on the pink, I'm going to do some blue lining right around that, pink kind of like shape up there. We're going to do that on that side, and then I'm going to do the blue lining on the other side on the other pink, and then I'm going to do the same with the blue. I'm going to also put pink lining around there. So the line where these meet was kind of bothering me, so I decided to go ahead and put a little rhinestone there, and I think that just really made it pop off and just finished up that design. Let me know what you guys think about that first one. Okay, so let's move on to technique number 2. We're just going to start with just the regular polish brush, and I'm just going to color one side of the nail pink, and then I'm going to color one side of the nail blue. Then I'm going to cure that. Next, once again, I'm going to get the poly gel brush and we're going to go with that half and half. And then I'm going to do the ombre down the middle, just blending in these colors. So it's not actually blending in the colors on the bottom since that's already been cured, but I'm going over it with a thin layer to make that blend look. And you guys, I thought this method was honestly the easiest one. So next, I'm going to go down here and put some blue on top of the bottom of that pink. And the opposite, I'm going to put some pink on top of the blue on that other side. And once I'm satisfied with the opaqueness of both of these colors, I'm going to go ahead and just take my brush and just wipe away so I can get that French line there. So yes, as I said before to you guys, make sure there's not too much liquid on your brush. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do that half and half on the brush once again to make that blended look in the middle of this French. and then wipe away once again before I cure it. And so as you guys can see, that one was considerably faster, not just because I sped it up. It's because that method was faster. I feel like it was less steps that I had to take to make that. One thing I do want to add though, you do want to make sure you're using very pigmented polish, because you are going over some of the other polish, you know, like we put the blue on top of the pink and so on and so forth, and you don't want that to really show through too much. So I just added my lining and we're gonna cure that. You guys, let me know after the video which technique is the one you feel you would use, or have you tried any of these? Have you even done this design yet, and do you plan on doing it? I would love to know, you guys. Let me know down below. Okay, so there is that one. One thing before I moved on to the next one, I decided to switch these nails because I wanted the middle finger to be a different design. And we can do that because we're just on a practice hand. So I went ahead and switched that over, because on this middle finger, we're gonna do like a color blocking gradient design. And I'm going to be doing that same type of technique that I was using for the last one, but this is technique number 3, just because we're doing a different design. So I'm going to put those on both sides of the nail, cure it, and then once again with that brush, I'm going to go, you know, half and half with those colors, and I'm going to go down the middle of that nail to mix that to make that ombre type of look. Now the main difference with this is that I did go and I put the pink, I completely covered up the blue side with the pink polish, and then I went and I completely covered up the pink side with the blue polish. Now remember, the polish under this is cured, so make sure you do that step before you go and cover these up. Next, I'm going to go ahead and blend the middle again, because I put that half and half on the brush. We're going to blend that. Try not to over blend it. Next, I'm going to take my brush. Well, first I use my eyeshadow wipe just to see how it would look. You guys, if you know my channel, I have done wipe away with eyeshadow wipe before, but you know, I didn't want to do that, so I went ahead and used the brush and I dipped it in some acetone and just wiped it off on a paper towel. And then I'm just doing like a wipe away motion. I'm kind of curving the brush a little bit as I do it. And this method I got from Miss Jo's channel. I don't know if you guys have checked her out. She's really awesome. She does wonderful nail designs and she has a wonderful personality. Okay, so I'm just going to cover that up with some top coat, and I love that design, you guys. As you see, it's kind of like a color blocking design with that wipe away method. So I'm going to do that same design on the pinky finger as well, and also on the thumb finger. So you guys, while you watch this, if you're new here and you're enjoying my content, if you're finding it helpful, go ahead and hit that sub button for me, and remember to hit that like button. I know we forget sometimes to hit that like button because we're just bam off to the next video or whatever, but if you guys take that quick time right now, hit that like button for me, I would really appreciate it. Okay, so once again, we are going to cover up those bottom colors, and then we're going to blend that middle, and then we're going to go ahead and wipe it away. I'm going to let you guys see this technique again. So like I said, I have my acetone right there, and I'm just doing a wipe away, kind of slanting that wipe away at the same time, just to create some more interest and more like design to the design. And I did 4 of the swipes on this nail. All right, so always cure that ASAP. You don't want to bump your design that you just made and mess it all up. I'm going to make sure I throw some top coat on that. Okay, so here's the last one. Once again, I'm going to go in with my pink on one side. I'm going to go in with the blue on the other side, and I cured it, and then I'm going to go with that half and half brush just to make that blended ombre in the middle. And I'm going to cure that again, and I'm going to do the opposite colors on top of the ones that are already cured. You guys, let me know if you've tried this design or if you've been battling with trying it. If you don't want to try it just because it's just like, okay, it's another fab and it's not really my type. I've kind of felt like that at first, but then it just kept eating at me just to make it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make this design just so I can get it out of my head. And I ended up liking it. I ended up loving how it came out. You know, it's not perfect, but you know, for my first time trying this, I felt like it really came out nicely. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cure this thumb, throw some top coat on it, and here's the final reveal, you guys. So beautiful. Let me know what you guys think down below. And once again, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that sub button for me. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I will see you on my next one.